That's not meant to happen. Alright, welcome back to another week of VSL Tier 2. Once again, it is me, Rando, after a 2-week absence, who's returns. Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, that's a start. Kev Roski into the wall in turn 1, and oh, Stephen couldn't avoid him. We've lost 2 in a corner in qualifying. I was about to mention how we only had 11 tonight. We're down to 9. Speed-wide racing now will get us started. So you've lost two of the front runners off go here. So speed-wide racing now is the driver we put the focus on. He navigates now this tricky Baku circuit with his first sector split right now. 36.5 now. This really awkward turn 8 and 9 chicane. He navigates well, took a bit of curve, gonna go on board as he goes through. No, it's actually turn 8. Turn 8 here. Coming out this very difficult casual section, treading through the needle here. Don't get blinded by the sun. Let's climb up now through this back section. Again, there's minor inputs into the steering wheel. It's coming out to the difficult and infamous turn 15. If you get this slightly wrong, you're into the wall. The Speedway Racer gets it right. So now he comes now to... Oh, jeez, it gets a lot of curve. That's going to hurt now. Turn 16, as called IRL, the most crucial corner in the F1 calendar. The Speed Racer did not hit it well, so that's killed his momentum now for this 2-kilometer back straight. Open the DRS, he's going to get a bit of a tow there from the pitting Aston Martin to the line. We'll get started with 43.5. Acorn now going to be next. He goes better. He doesn't, never mind. 43.4 just behind. I'm excited. A man who is really strong. I think he crashed. Stephen. It said he DNF'd on my screen before you hit him, so I think he crashed in turn 1. If you go back, Kev was DNF'd, and I think you hit his DNF car, unfortunately. But I'm excited now. Who has had good performances when it comes to qualifying. But this track, qualifying, it just sets the grid and a lot can happen in the race, even with just 11. I'm excited. We'll put 5 temps between him and Speedway Race as things stand. Yeah, it's easily done. It happens IRL a lot, especially in the feeder series. As usual, championship leader. Let's do now on the mediums. He's not the only one. Oh Jesus! Almost loses it for free. He's probably gonna back out of this lap. Almost lost it twice through the same corner. He seems to be struggling there for 4 also. 5, 6 now. He's definitely backed out. There, Ryan, TJ Pedro. Come on board with how again on the mediums. That is the plus side, Stephen. You gotta watch everyone, potentially crash at the opening start. We will hope that doesn't happen, because I do not want to commentate on about 3 cars after 2 laps. That is not what I want to see. But J. Pedro, he's navigating the second sector well. NA9 gets well out of his way there. Fortunately, had to make a good correction through the castle. That could have spelled trouble for him, but he's recovered well. climbs up this tricky hill. You need to put small adjustments in, and it is crucial on lap time as he takes the safe option for 15. He broke very early. He hits turn 16 significantly better than we saw from Speedway races, so he'll have more momentum than we saw on the McLaren. House driver now waits for that DRS line. It's a bit further than it's used to be, 100 meters further. We saw how it impacted IRL, but J. Pedro just takes provisional pole. Ryan Berry now coming to the line. Where can Ryan Berry put his Ferrari to the line? P6 only. ERT Jordan in the Williams on the mediums. Okay, J. Pedro set provisional pole with mediums also. I think there's a bit of a real loss there from ERT Jordan. Now to turn 15. A lot of cautious approaches for turn 15 right now. As I think J. Pedro's had a moment. He's gone deep. He's pulled a Leclerc. He's gone deep off turn 5 after staying the provisional pole lap. He has his front wing still though. And Jordan though coming to the line now. The third of the medium runners in the medium battle, we'll call it the mini battle. Jordan just gets ahead of Yuli Show up to P5 on the mediums, but 7/10 off J. Pedro. N8, 9. Still got that payment. New York always not a set lap as he's had a moment there through 16. Hit the curve. You do not want to hit that curve. That's going to kill his momentum. N9 almost into the wall off the penultimate corner. So it's now just going to be DRS to the line for the Aston Martin. His teammate went out on turn 1 at A9. Will complete his lap and go 8th. Acorn as we still see the tyres from Kebrusky and O'Stevens incident. Interestingly, I think the court is on a lap. I still cannot figure out if he is or not. Actually pushing flat out anyway, of course we'll stay on board with him. He is actually on lap. He's improved to the first that I looked like for 1 second, so I'm not sure if he actually did. But it's purple, so we'll say it is. So Acorn. That is also true, Stephen. Unfortunately, the red flag has not flown for the crash, so the marshals cannot go on track. So we just have to wait for the stewards to red flag this qualifying session. Imagine if they added red flags for a qualifying session on league racing. You never do a lap on a street race ever again. Oh, Acorn almost becomes the first victim of turn 15, but he's going to become the recipient of a heavenly tow. Takes the curve, though that's going to cost him, but he's going to get towed by N89. That's going to gain him a bit, but that curb strike is going to hurt him. Oh no, he's not getting anything! He's only getting a trip to the back. He's gone into the wall, clipped the inside curb, and that has sent him into the barrier and out of qualifying. P4 at best for Acorn. And Excited's gone also in turn 3. We're losing everyone. We're down to 7 in this qualifying session. We've lost 4 already, and we still got 7 minutes. We almost lose Ryan Berry there as he locked up. We've lost 4 in this qualifying so far. I hope to God that it is not a sign of things to come in the race. We are fingers crossed that it is not. lock it up for. And Barry, Jordan, down. I think he's still out in the same set of tires he is. So interesting what Jordan is doing there. And Barry, let's go on. Lost locking up for Ryan Berry here. We go now, Ryan Berry. On the 44.6 right now, looking to improve that. Moving himself off the grid. Small grid though, so could significant, but let's see where he can put his Ferrari. We still got the tyres there from Kev Rusky and Stevens crash. I wonder if that's appear on these guys' screen, because that would be distracting. Seeing those tyres there. Brian Berry in this Monza special Ferrari livery. I believe he also has, look at his helmet. No, actually he has the default helmet, they just look similar. But Ryan Berry navigates turn 3 and 4 safely. A bit of a close spot with the barrier there off the exit of 4. He's 5 times up through the first sector. If he keeps up that pace, he could be looking at a strong lap time. He could be looking at the likes of Speedway Racer. A lot of lap time to be gained here and a lot of time to be lost. Again, a rear mover off 7. Now he needs to thread the needle here. He isn't stupid, he navigates it well. Comes to climb up the hill. Now, but again, the rear is not happy. I think there's a bit of a setup potential. Dex's rear is not liking this. Coming out to turn 15. Is he going to survive it? He does. Leaves decent margin to the wall now. But we know it's not over yet. We saw it on Acorn. It is not over yet, but he is 1.3 seconds to the good. This will send him up the grid if he just navigates this quick S section here. And he does it. It's just foot to the floor now. Wait for that DRS to open. He's going to be a bit too far to get a tow from NA9. But to the line now, Ryan Berry, this will probably be his last lap. Goes up to P3 for a 43.0. Strong lap for him. Being you are the only driver left in this qualifying session to set a lap. He's navigated the first sector, he's navigated the castle section very well. Couple of tricky corners left for the McLaren driver to navigate. Turn 15 being the most important, but he seems to take it well. Leaves plenty of margin there. Not taking risk, he just wants to put time on the board at 18.7. Of course, this will be his one chance. He has a bit of a tank slapper off the exit of 16. Bit Kimi Räikkönen-esque all those years ago in 2018. Coming to the line, he's navigated the final corner here in the streets of Baku. Opens the DRS now to the line. This will be it for the McLaren driver to the line. He goes ahead of his teammate up to P4. But will it hold is the question. NA9, he's a 10th up in the first sector. I think Speedy Races had an issue on his outlap. NA9 navigates turn 15 well. He's split through the second sector. He's over a second up. Need a bit more time to challenge the likes of Jordan and Acorn. You can gain that here. He won't have a tow though. Doesn't make the same mistake Acorn did. Left some margin. To the line now. Wait for the DRS to open. Let that KPH just increase as he comes to the line. NA9's qualifying. Goes P6. He beats Acorn. And Barry is hitting, I believe he is, yes. Not on an active lap yet. It will be Speedway Racer first to put the lap on. It's not been much on the towing anyway. Here we go though, Speedway Racer. will start. Let's stop it. Big speed. Big speed. You guys just get out of the way. So here we go now. We're going to go off board on the McLaren. P5 as things stand. He needs half a second to take that pole off J Pedro. J Pedro set his time on the mediums though, remember. But J Pedro still needs to finish his lap. But Speedway Racer navigates the first two corners. 5 drivers to put laps down to end this quali. Yuli Show is 9th at the moment, championship leader. He does have a decent gap to play with, but see if the Speedway Racer comes now to the first XP. He's got 3.5 temps. He is on track to take pole off J Pedro. Just needs to navigate these back half of the race. And United's retired in the pits. Got a bit excited there. But Speedway Racer climbs the castle. And he's going to climb the back part of this Baku street circuit. Turn 15, no one's hit it yet. Speedway Racer won't get jinxed by that comment anyway. And he's a second to the good. Oh, he loses the rear though. Will that cost him the time? Coming out to end the lap now. There's not much he can do. He survives that last corner. And now let's just foot to the floor. Open the DRS. And then you just have to see if it holds. It should be provisional pole. But the question is, will it hold? What will he say? Speedway Racer is a 42.3. He lost time in that final sector. Yuli Show now will be next to take it. He says first time on the mediums and it was a poor run. So this is his only true run in this qualifying session. And will it be good enough for pole? It is a 42.1. Jordan is going to be next. He's a second and a half up. Will he get enough? He does. 42.9. It's just J Pedro. And he's only slightly up through the first sector. He needs 8 temps to reclaim his provisional pole position. He needs half a second. Just get P3, but he's got plenty of that now. 7 temps up with just 1 sector to go. J Pedro is looking to take this pole. Getting as close as he can with these final few corners. He's gained every 1,000 he can. J Pedro to the line. Is it going to be Williams or Haas on pole? I think it's Williams. I think it's Jordan. It is. Jordan has taken pole. J Pedro could not get that final temp through the final sector, as half a second separates the top 3 here in qualifying. Jordan will take pole here in Baku. J Pedro will be on the front row. Yuli Show P3, Speedway Racer P4, M Excited 5th, Ryan Berry 6th, Speed Newgarden 7th, NA9 8th, Acorn 9th, and Stephen and Kev Rusky couldn't get past turn 1 in their quality class. But the race is a different beast itself. A very short run to the line, barely any runoff off turn 1, so starting the back could be an advantage. It's the middle pack you do not want to be in. And we get a dry race, thankfully. Gotta wait 2 minutes before we can get ready to go. Here we go. One. Oh no, formation lap. Not been used to see formation laps as of recently because the formation laps are not that great, but we will get a lap around as ERT Jordan has gone for the hard, along with MXI, Ryan Berry, Speedy, everyone else on the medium. So ERT Jordan's going to be looking behind him for likes of J. Pedro, Yuli Show, and Speedway Racer, who are on the softer compound. Start of the race, and 8, 9, and 8 going to be looking forward. Seeing those hard runners ahead of them. No one's up the stops, surprisingly. For how small the grid is, you could definitely gain positions. Coming out to the grid. Need to make sure that everyone parks it right. Just one moment. I see. I can do something quickly. Right now, everyone lining up. We get a incredible camera angle to start this off. I have to go on board with J. Pedro for this star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are out. J. Pedro's gonna get the lead turn 1 shortly. He does. Unfortunately, I cannot get good angle. It's gonna be 4 wide. Somehow does not crash. Yuli Show into the back of Ryan Berry though, but no damage. Yuli Show has to defend from NA9. It's going to be a 3 wide into turn 2. Speed New has to cut
go into the runoff there. It's not worked out for him. But J. Pedro leads from Jordan. Speedway Racer just behind. Some wheel-to-wheel action going on behind, but it's looking all clean. Behind, we still have all 11 drivers in this race. Speed Newgarden gets out of the runoff there, but he is well behind. He's going to need a safety car now. Bring himself back into this race. Let's look at the bridge gap right now. Being on the spare tires, I think Speed Racer may have grazed the wall slightly there. He should have got away damage wise. But it would just awaken the nerves slightly there. So Yulisho might actually have damage. He's holding up the pack a lot. Is there an issue with the Alpine? With the championship leader, he's getting overtaken through this back section. You don't see that often unless there is an issue. Is there an issue for the championship leader? Does he have damages? Oh, there's an issue now! NA9 went for the move. Somehow, no DNFs from that. But NA9 in the wall at turn 15. Damage on both cars, I believe. There will be questions asked about that move by NA9 into turn 15. You never see a move at the turn 15. But there was definitely issues with Yulisho. He was going so slow through that back straight. So he'll be in. NA9 will be in. So how small the field is, you're still in its position to score. So Stevens in also. Damage all over the place between the back runners, which, you know, the two drivers you don't see in the back with Steven and Yulisho, they tend to be at the front. But yeah, Speed Newgarden, who was deep in the runoff on turn 2 by the end of the first lap, sees some PAs. His teammate almost sees the wall off turn 4, had to catch the car there. Yulisho's gone sauce. He's going to be putting the foot down here, definitely. But J. Pedro is pulling away here, 2.2 seconds ahead of Jordan. Speedy Racer, Speed Y Racer can't find a way past the Williams as of yet. Jordan saved up all his ERS. He's still at 100%. So he's going to be using it in a defensive manner, definitely, in a bit. I don't know the situation with Tony. I've been away for 2 weeks, but I don't know what Tony's done. But oh, into the walls, Acorn again. Has he got damage? We'll need to see. He looks clean for now, anyway. It's one of those nervy moments. Speedway Racer is looking for that P2 right now. He's not going to wait for the DRS. He's seen J. Pedro run away as he's going to pull out from behind the Williams and move himself up into P2. But ERT Jordan may just pull back as we'll have DRS enabled now. And we're going to get it pretty soon. Just one more corner till you get this. So we can see ERT Jordan quickly going back as Speedway Race again having to catch the car there. He's having difficulty there as we're going to immediately see ERT Jordan regain that P2. This only helps J. Pedro. These two fighting. Speedway Racer having his moments. It's helping the likes. It's helping J. Pedro pull away. It's almost in the back. Speedway Racer second. McLaren have to run in the runoff. That's going to drop it down significantly. Let's be careful not to go with the likes of Kevorowski, but the second, as NA9 is out of the race, safety car first of the night. He's done exactly what Acorn did in qualifying, clipped the inside wall, and that throws you into the wall, out of the race. We are already down to 10, but this brings Yulisho back into the race, brings Steven and Speed Newgarden back to the race. Let's Speed Race again, and it also nullifies J. Pedro's 2-3 second gap he built up. And usually when it comes to Baku, safety cars tend to happen consecutively. They tend to lead to a domino effect. So get ready. anyone going to pit in this early part? Most will stay out. The hard runners will definitely stay out. We might see Yulisho pit again. Into the pits comes Acorn though. He's going to gamble. As will Speedway Racing. Now will they go for the hards and try and make the end, or will they go for the softs to be aggressive? Acorn's going to risk going to the end of those hards probably. And Speedway Racing is going to do a similar strategy, as actually Acorn did have wing damage because he's lost out the Speedway Races, so Acorn pitted to change his front wing, so he did have damage from that clip of the turn 15 wall. Speedway Racer gains a position in the pits. So I'm expecting both wrappings, not Stephen anyway. Yuli Show I would expect coming in to get off those softs. No, he's gonna get some use out of these softs. So now we just have to wait behind Burt Mylander. Hopefully we do not get 5 safety cars like we did in Bahrain. If we do get 5 safety cars, I'd be concerned if we had anyone left racing. But it's Baku that when you have the field bunched up, it tends to lead to some accidents. Some people will be bold. Yulisho being on those soft tires, he may be getting aggressive. He knows how to cut the field. We stuck behind Burt for another lap, so wait for the Alpines to catch the back of the safety car Snake. So hopefully by the end of the next lap we will be back underway. 10 drivers left in this race. So I think the Speed Racer is playing a Kimi Räikkönen, and he is refusing to warm up his tires. Someone be saying Yuli Show on the back, so shouldn't be any reason why we're not racing at the end of this lap. The show is about to get the back of the safety car, and hopefully once the safety car gets past turn 16, we'll get that message on the top of the screen that says safety car in this lap, we can go racing, and then Jay Pedro will have a job to do. It is one of the most difficult races to do a safety car restart, because no matter where you go, you're given a slipstream because of the position of the finish line. And with that 90-degree corner into turn 1, how little runoff it is, if ERT Jordan is able to just sneak into the inside line, we are going to go racing. Jay Pedro has the difficult task of choosing when to go. He needs to let the safety car get into the pits, and he needs to time his moment to perfection for when he puts the foot down and when he goes again to restart this Baku Grand Prix. To lap 6, backing the pack up. He's not going early, he's speeding up slowly. He's allowed to do this, he just can't go fast and slow, but he's allowed to slowly gain his pace. Nothing wrong with what he's doing right now. He's leaving it late. He's trying to back the pack up as much as he can. He's gone now. There's so many cars too wide here, but one of them is not ERT Jordan. But J. Pedro looks like he'll survive turn 1, and he does, but we may have the McLarens going wheel to wheel to turn 1. Speed Newgarden stays ahead of his teammate. Acorn almost to the wall off turn 1. This could be a repeat of Blackboard for McLaren going down turn 2. It is a repeat for the second time in this race. Speed Newgarden at a race start situation with a pack backed up. He's down into a runoff off turn 2, racing his teammate this time. Third time at McLaren has had to use the runoff here, and that is so detrimental in Baku. But we still have 10 cars running this race. J. Pedro's over a second and a half already. So once again, Speed Newgarden is going to need a safety car intervention to bring himself back in this race. As Yuli Show's having issues, he's dropped down a lot. Has he got damage? He's dropping down a lot. Is it a race to forget? But it looks like it's for the championship leader. It's like for Alpine in general by the looks of things. Two and a half seconds in a lap. J. Pedro is flying right now. He's probably upset he didn't take pole, and he's made up for it immediately. He's led from corner 1. Jordan just has not looked like he's now anything to answer for. Of course, there'll come to a point where Jordan will be on the softer compound tire compared to MX Sided, so you'll be assuming at that stage that Jordan will be the quicker car. But will he be quick enough? I think MX has almost gone into the wall as Speed Newgarden's into the pits. Brought a yellow flag as he clipped the wall entering the pits potentially. As racing Kevrosky into turn 3. Speedy Racer up to P5. Ooh, Jesus, fuck, Speedy Racer into the wall of turn 3. Turn 5? I'm getting my turns wrong. Carby today. 3-second lead at the front. Then you have like MXI and Ryan Berry flirting with the DRS. They'll need to gain on it very soon. End of this lap will be seeing DRS Opez wheel to wheel through turn 7 is Kevrosky and Acorn. They survive that. Good racing from the 2. Good move for Acorn to put himself up into P6. That is a place where it can go very wrong. Speedway Racer is pushing the Ferrari through the track right now. Is he going to try into her 15 bolt? Oh, Jesus, Jordan's out of the race! Another safety car into turn 15. Jordan into the wall. The second safety car of the evening. We are down to 9. I think MX got caught up in that. MX trying to move there potentially. Or was it on his own? We were not on board to see what happened there with Jordan. But as has happened to many, turn 15 is the ending point of the race. J. Pedro into the pits. Ryan Berry's pitting. Kevrosky is pitting. Ryan Berry will struggle to go to the end of mediums. You're expecting J. Pedro and Kevrosky to go onto the hard compound tire. As Kevrosky's actually gone onto the softs Interesting. 9 left. I'm excited. Leads this race from Speed Y Racer. I'm excited. Is the only driver not to pit this race, I believe. Also, yeah, he is the only driver to pit. Is I'm excited. Now we will see whether or not that is the right decision to stay out this long. Lot to happen in this race. Jordan saying thanks MXI in the chat, so that may be an answer to what happened to Jordan into turn 15. So now wait for Speed Newer to catch the pack. Then we'll go racing again. Nine drivers left in this race. Many different strategies unfolding. Long way to go here. Steven's pitting now. Interesting. Possibly he believes he get mediums to the end from now, but not a lap prior. He's had damage in the pit lane. No, it's a tactical pits by the looks of things. So Ostia's going to try and get those mediums to the end. 17 laps. It'll be a challenge, but you know it's worth the shot. Only driver I believe that can make the end right now is J. Pedro. I'm excited. We'll have to pit. We know that for a fact. Yuli Shaw and Kevroski will have to pit again, being on softs. Rankberry, Speed New Arm, Acorn and Speedway Racer will struggle, I believe. It's not an abrasive circuit though, Baku. Respect this lap as I think O'Stevens got straight on. I think O'Steven went straight on in turn 4. Has he hit the wall? Doesn't look like it. We almost lost another driver behind the safety car. Ericsson almost struck again in Baku. I suspect we'll be racing again this lap. 17 laps to go. A lot to happen. O'Stephen has left the session. Ooh. Safety car in this lap. I'm excited. When will he go? Speedway Racer is going to be looking to take the lead of this race. You can see he had pace before the second safety car came out. All on when the Mercedes of I'm excited decides to put the foot down. Back in the pack up a lot. He's keeping his pace at the same. He's not genuinely increase his pace like we saw from J. Pedro. Don't know if I can avoid you, Steven. Try joining the link again that Newgarden sent out. That might work. Right now, he's gonna wait till the line pretty much. Oh, he almost goes into the pits at this restart speed. White Race is gonna be looking for the lead though. Acorn slowly falling behind, but looks all clean. Looks to survive this. A few movements towards the back. Yuli Show and Ryan Berry. Speed Newgarden has made it past turn 2 for the first time. Jay Pedro is looking to get back up into the podiums. The gate ahead of Acorn. He'll get into turn 3. Will Acorn try and brave it? He is going to brave. He's going to have this inside line for 4, but Jay Pedro just has the traction. Speed Racer still stuck behind M Excited, and now he has Jay Pedro right behind him. Jay Pedro, you're suspecting, will breeze by these two slowly. Not slowly, very fastly. Yeah, M Excited have to go defensive for turn 7. As M Excited into the wall off turn 7. Oh no, Yuli Show also. It's a pile up. Kevin Rossi gets a 5-second penalty. Oh, Stevens got into them also. Oh god. Third safety car. After 10 laps, we're down to 7. I'm excited. Went defensive at the turn 7, missed his braking point into the wall, and Yuli Show caught unaware out of the race. We are down to 7. Speedway Racer leads the Grand Prix. Acorn has left the session. Are we having issues potentially here? I'm hoping not. Will anyone pit? Speedway Race is pitting. 7 left in the race. You expect the Kevroski pits due to his 5 seconds. Probable damage also. Kevroski probably lucky to still be in the Grand Prix. So we say hello to Bernd Moilander for a third time. Here in 11 laps of Baku. 7 drivers left. At this rate, we will finish with 1 driver maybe. Probably 2 laps behind the safety car, or behind. I might see if I can fight Steven back. I'm not sure who I have added. I don't have them, unfortunately. So hopefully they can get back in. There is the links there. Invite Deck back. Is Deck Acorn? I don't know. Have you tell Deck to click on the invite that Speed Newgarden said. He sent a couple of those, so that should work. I don't think I have him. NA9. Oh, NA9 retired on lap 1. Ah, jeez, I was thinking like that. Yeah, tell him to go into the invites that Speed Newgarden sent out to start. They should work.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll add him quickly. Is Stephen back in? Is Stephen back in? I can't tell who's in or not. Is the thing right now? Alright, Stephen, I sent you a friend request today. If you could accept that, I'll invite you back. Safety car in this lap. J Petro will be will get us going once again. It's got Acorn, who I think is back. I think Stephen is back. Okay, by the looks of those, that's all info. He's back. I think. Don't know. Lots happening here, unfortunately. But J Pedro will get us going again. He's doing the same approach he did in that previous restart, gradually gaining the pace. He's gone now. What's the restart? He gets it really well. Acorn's quickly going to have a look at the rings. We got McLaren coming into the pits, a Speedway racer. Ryan Berry looking to get that P2 off Acorn. Speed Newgarden, who tends to not like turn 2, will navigate it well this time. Wonder why Speedway Racer has gone to the pits. Did he pick up damage out of the safety car? 1.5 seconds already gained. Ryan Berry is ahead of Acorn up to P2. But J Pedro is breezing ahead as we reach halfway of this race. It's been a very chaotic half of a race, unfortunately. Oh, Stephen. She's almost in the wall again. Oh, Stephen, lucky to be in this race. I think him disconnecting actually has saved him. Otherwise, he would have been out with his teammates, and I'm excited. A couple laps ago, that spray point, the drive-by right now. Looks like everyone's surviving now. Kev Rusky is looking at that back of the Alpine. Speedway Racer has gone on to used hards. That may have been an error. Loads of gaps already forming right now. So I said the session, he's already out. It's gonna drain the barrier right now to try and move ahead into P5. Pedro sets the fastest lap over 46.0. He breezes ahead. There's 2 seconds gained already. Halfway through the Baku Grand Prix, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So Kowalski, the only driver
in DRS range right now. Yellow flag. Speed Newgarden is out of the race. Oh, Stephen into the back. It's another safety car. Oh God. Oh, Stephen again makes contact with a crash car on turn 7, but survives once again. This Alpine is made of very durable material, I must say. But we have lost half the field at the halfway point. I'm getting concerned we may not see any drivers finish this race right now. Will anyone be pitting? I think Jeff Pedro is not. Ryan Berry is. Acorn is. Kev Rusky will stay out. Oh, Stephen will pit. Speed Racer just pitted before that safety car to get off those used. How many pits has some of these guys done actually? J Pedro's left the session. Has J Pedro got an issue? Lineberry's pitted for fresh mediums. Acorn's pitted for used mediums. Only 3 laps used though. Same usage as Speedway Racer. They should make the end. They'll have a total of 15 laps. Be touch and go. They will be on puncture territory. Probably. They'll be past 60 definitely. Which is when you start definitely feeling it. But figure out if J Pedro's in the session or not. For now, I need to try and invite him. I've got no word on whether or not he's still in this race, unfortunately. Another lap behind this safety car. 6 drivers left in this race. We still will have 10 laps of racing once the safety car comes in for the 4th time in this race. Oh, Stephen comes into the pit. What will he be pitting for? Is the question. He's going for softs. He's going aggressive to end this race. Will those softs make it to the end? He's risking it. With how this race has gone, it's worth the risk, definitely. The Speedway Racer is Stephen about to get to the back of the safety car, so we should be seeing the safety car in this lap. I think J Pedro has got back into the session. I hope he has anyway. Safety car in this lap. 10 laps to go. 6 drivers left. It's Baku. Anything can, and it already has happened, and maybe more can happen. In the land of the fire, it's been burning, and in the city of the wind, it's been anything but a breeze. 6 remain. 1 can win. We're hoping 1 can finish. Anyway, J Pedro, for the 3rd time, will get us going again. He's nailed his previous 2. But will there be more risk taken by those behind? Chance of a win. He's gone. He's nailed it again. It's going to be wheel to wheel between Kev Ruskin and Acorn. Ryan Berry's looking to get in this mix actually. Ryan Berry's looking for this P3. He's looking for the podium off Acorn. Round turn 1 into the wall. I think he went. I think he skipped the turn 1 wall. He's lost a couple places. Speedway Racer. Wheel to wheel with Ryan Berry through turn 2. Speedway Racer gets the P4. Ryan Berry has lost out on this restart definitely. But as per usual, J Pedro just soars off into the distance. A 5-way battle for the podium for P2 now ensues. As down the inside goes Acorn on Kevrosky, a very bold move out of nowhere, and he's up into P2. Speedway Racer will just follow through. Kevrosky has bad lines now. Kevrosky's losing many positions now. Wheel to wheel between the Ferrari and the Aston Martin. Kevrosky down to P5. He may be down to P6 very soon. Absolute sent from nowhere by Acorn, and it is paid off. He's up to P2. Speedway Racer looking to get back, but he gets a bad line off the castle. That could invite Ryan Berry very close. Fresh mediums. Oh, Steve, no, he's not got any use out of those softs. But we look to have survived the lap of Baku. I don't think I've been able to say that sentence for a while, but we're not finished yet. Speedway Racer, he wants the P2. He's not going to wait for DRS. He's going to go down the inside of the final corner. It's going to be wheel to wheel, but Speedway Racer just has the faster car. And Ryan Berry, it's in the wall almost. How neither of them has spawned, but throws it down the inside. He wants this podium. He's going to get the podium. For now, Acorn tries to switch back, but just does not have the traction to pull it on Ryan Berry right now. 3.7 seconds is the lead for J Pedro, but Speedway Race is not focused on J Pedro, he's focused on Ryan Berry. He doesn't go for it into turn 3. I have to wait to see if any moves come out here. It's all happening now. It's already happened, everything, but now we get the racing. Now we're in crunch time. Who wants it more? J Pedro looks out of the question now. You're looking for P2. You look for the podium. You're not looking for the wall. Speedy Racer does what many before have done. 5 safety cars, 5 drivers remain. Speedway Racer has done what M Excited did, what his teammate did, what Yuli Show did. Missed the braking point for turn 7, into the wall. Game over. We are down to 5. And I suspect a lot of pitting. This is the question now for J Pedro. Does he pit? Everyone behind, I'm thinking, will pit. What does J Pedro do? If J Pedro pits, everyone might stay out. I think the decision by everyone else is based on what J Pedro does. If J. Pedro pits, I think everyone else will stay out. J. Pedro is going to pit. What's everyone else going to do? Ryan Berry will pit. Acorn will stay out. Kevrosky will pit. O'Steven will pit. Acorn is the only driver to stay out. Acorn is risking it. These are not fresh mediums here. He is on. He's on 7-lap-old mediums, and he's got a flying J. Pedro behind him that he'll have to defend from. 5 safety cars, 5 remain. If I say it enough times, it will make sense. More laps behind Bernd Mailander, it seems. Hopefully one final lap behind Bernd Mailander. He came in with 11. We're on 5. Bernd Mailander has led the most laps here tonight, definitely. J. Pedro may be close, but I think Bernd Mailander may just have it. The safety car is probably near running out of fuel. I just remembered, yeah, Acorn Society is not risking it, he's not risking it. So J. Pedro regaining the lead, and I just remembered I said, surely we're not going to get 5 safety cars like we did in Bahrain. I've caused this. I believe I've caused this now by saying that. We have got 5 safety cars like we have in Bahrain, and we're not done. Maybe me saying we're not getting 5 safety cars like Bahrain will mean that we get 6. I hope to God not. 5 remain. This lap we should be saying goodbye to the safety car. It'll be a 6-lap shootout to the side. This J. Pedro has looked comfortable despite all the interventions, all the crashing. Every time he has a restart, he's matched both 2 seconds at the opening lap. But it just takes one mistake here in Baku for all to go away. Ryan Berry was looking aggressive towards the end. Towards in the last green flag running period. Could his aggression get the better of him? Could he risk it? Acorn with that 1-lap pressure set. That may be the difference. I'd also would like to remind people that O'Steven and Kevrosky didn't even do a turn in qualifying. Kevrosky crashed in turn 1 in qualifying, and O'Steven was right behind him and went into him. They are 2 of the 5 remaining. Acorn also crashed in qualifying. He put a lap in, but he only put 1 in and then clipped the second last corner, put himself in the wall. So safety car, I'm assuming we'll get that message. Safety car is in this lap. For the 4th time this race, J. Pedro will get us running again. Every time he's done it, it's worked perfectly. I don't remember Kev Rusky's been the man in P2 before. So it could be different, but Jay Pedro looks like he's just going to do what he usually does. It's worked 3 times. It'll probably work a 4th time, is his thought process. He's actually doing his throttle mapping a bit differently. I suspect he'll be going very, very soon. Only 5 remain. 6 laps to the side. This in Baku, we're away again. And as per usual, it's a breezing away for Jay Pedro. It's going to be 3-1 potentially for P2. Right, Brace's going to try and ground the outside, but he's shown the curve by Kev Rusky. Nothing he can do there. Acorn's just stuck behind there. No movement as things stand. Acorn might be looking for a move on the Alpine of Stephen. Again, 1.5 seconds already for Jay Pedro for the first 2 corners. So once again, we're looking at the battle for P2 between Kev Rusky, Ryan Berry, Stephen and Acorn. Ryan Berry goes deep off 4. Could that imply Stephen is a bit too far back to look for it, but that lets Kev Rusky bridge a small gap ahead. We come now to turn 7, the place of many endings. Hopefully this time there is no ending here. Looks all good for this lap. 2 seconds Jay Pedro has on Kev Rusky. Kev Rusky's trying to bridge that 1 second gap to Ryan Berry. Berry's got that 1 second on Stephen. Stephen looks too sharply. Acorn just can't find a way past the Alpine. Ryan Berry's gained a slight bit. 3:15. He's burning it slightly. Kev Rusky very close to that barrier there. He's burning already, 5 laps to go. That's when Jay Pedro sets a new fastest lap. He's going to be looking to get the maximum points here. It's not all said and done already. It's not all said and done yet. Acorn. Will he try his move? He needs to get it done quickly, I think. He wants to try and get this podium. He might try it now at the turn 3. He's using some ERS. He's pulling out from behind the Alpine, but he just can't find the gap to go. He just does not have the speed in a straight line, it seems. I think there was some bodywork going off a car. I've seen things, so I think I'm just used to seeing it. But Acorn is pushing the Alpine through each and every corner. He's faster through the corners, but he does not have a car with a good straight line, which is what you need to do the overtakes here. Oh, Stephen, I think he's clipped the wall of turn 7. This will be the only fight happening that could happen. So Acorn's dropped down. He's made a mistake off Castle. He'll need to burn some ERS to get back in. He's back into the DRS of the Alpine. Gaps forming there. Kev Rusky looks to be pulling away from Ryan Berry. He's gained slightly on Jay Pedro. Coming now down 4 laps to go. I think we're beyond the point of any more safety car interventions. It should be green from now to the flag. Kev Rusky's been gaining. Kev Rusky is gaining on Jay Pedro. Could there be a late charge for this win? It might not be done. DRS is enabled. The only driver who's going to have DRS is Acorn, and that's Joss. So I'm not suspecting a move right now, but I'm expecting him to be brought closer, as I think Acorn is struggling slightly. He keeps dropping for the corners. He seems to be struggling despite having the freshest tyres, albeit 1 lap. They are still the freshest, but he seems to be struggling. J. Pedro once again gets beyond that 2 seconds. He's no longer seeing Kwiatkowski a try. He's put the foot down slightly just to bridge that gap even more. But he's making it clear that he is the fastest man here tonight, despite everything that's happened. As, oh Jesus, Akon's going for the move already. He's made the go wheel to wheel down to turn 50. This could be a massive accident if it doesn't go well. They go wheel to wheel for turn 50. Sure, not going to go well, and it doesn't. O'Stephen into the wall there. That was inevitable. Somehow O'Stephen is still in this race, despite all the crashes he has had. I think he's lost his end plate, so he'll probably be in. But that was guaranteed to happen the second they were going wheel to wheel through turn 15. There is no way you get 2 cars through there cleanly. O'Stephen's not going to pit though. He's going to stay out. Not many laps to go, so no real point. You're going to go for fastest lap though, because he would score it. J. Pedro's pace, he might be difficult to get it, but that looks to be possibly that race wise. Oh, how is he still in the race? He has lost his full wing there now. Somehow has not DNF'd. He's classified at this stage. He will get the P5, but my God, it's all happening here. He's just struggling to turn now. So wing damage just, unfortunately, he goes straight on into turn 4. Just can't turn the car without the wing, unfortunately. He's going to struggle to bring this back into the pits. He's going to struggle, especially through 7 and the castle, to bring it through cleanly. I hate to be watching him go for this, but unfortunately there's nothing really happening on the track. Just going to have to watch O'Stephen struggle through here. But he seems to have got it now. Coming through the castle now. Navigates the castle well. Expect he'll be in. He'll still be able to go for a fastest lap attempt anyway. Just get 1 more point. He's still got to get decent points for P5. Finishing this race gets you really good points, it seems. Two more laps to go until J. Pedro will claim this win, which, despite all that has happened, has not looked in doubt. Class of the field. He's avoided the chaos. Most crashes, they have been self-inflicted though, with the exception of Ulishow and Jordan. It's all been self-inflicted incidents. O'Stephen is gonna come in, I suspect. Yeah, he'll go for a fastest lap attempt. J. Pedro. Closest is J. Pedro and Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski has well and truly put Ryan Berry behind him. Akon's gained about a second last lap to Ryan Berry, but I don't think there will be any chance of a podium here for the Red Bull man. Lap and a half to navigate for J. Pedro till he'll claim the win here on the streets of Baku. He's probably annoyed he didn't take pole, missed out on it by 200, took the lead straight off the bat. Jordan, the pole man, was into the wall in turn 15 after an incident with M excited. But J. Pedro, despite 5 safety cars, has never looked behind him. He's been just looking forward. He's not cared about the rest of the field. He only went behind when he pitted, and he quickly regained the lead. And he'll start his final lap around this Baku city circuit. Take a well and truly deserved win. There'll be talks about the standards tonight. 11 drivers in, only 5 finish. But nothing should be taken away from J. Pedro. He's been by far the class of the field. Will take maximum points as things stand. O'Stephen still has the fastest lap attempt to come. Acorn's gaining on Ryan Berry, but I think it'll be too late. to get that podium unless Ryan Berry makes a couple mistakes through the second sector to get Ryan Berry into that, not get Acorn into that DRS range. Half a lap to go for J Pedro. Bit of a slight moment there for the castle. Only a few more corners to go for the Haas man. The class of the field, the Haas of J Pedro. One more sector to go. A couple more corners. I think in the back of Kevorowski may have made contact with the wall in turn 15. But he will still get his P2. There may still be a late charge. I don't think it will be. But coming now down for the last corner. One more straight. J Pedro, he's celebrating already. And well, he truly deserves it. Despite 5 safety cars and all the chaos, J Pedro breezes to a victory in the City of Wind. Kevorowski gets P2. And Ryan Berry will just get P3. Acorn late charge, too late for him. We'll take P4 and we wait for O'Steven. We'll see if he can take the fastest lap off J Pedro. We'll see his split there as he goes through the second sector split. 1.14 seconds up. We'll see. I don't think he needs about half a second gain through this final sector. He's burning nothing right now, but O'Steven will finish us off here in Baku. Will it be the fastest lap? It won't be, so max points for J Pedro in Baku. J Pedro takes his spot on the podium. Deserved win for him despite all that's happened. Kevorowski and Ryan Berry complete the podium with him. So NRT, J Pedro wins in Baku. Kevorowski takes P2. Ryan Berry P3, Acorn P4. O'Steven the last of the classified finishers. We lost Speedway Racer, Speed Newgarden, NRT Yuli Show, MXide, ERT Jordan, and A9 throughout that race. So that is what happened in Baku. Next week we are in Spain. Hopefully we do not have a repeat of tonight with having only 5 finishers. Spain not known for its crashes, so fingers crossed. But until then, thanks for watching and goodbye.